support.
And Maokai support. This is a very exciting game. I'm leaning towards Ever Since.
I'm confused by the Kennen mid. I don't think I've ever seen Kennen mid.
Yeah, it's very like shell shocking. Excuse the pun, obviously. But yeah, I'm leaning towards Ever Since. Ever Since just seems like they have. Ever Since seems like they have an easier time of executing team fights. However, Kennen slicing Maelstrom comes through, and Mumu Sad Mummy Time comes through, and the Kled charge sort of starts a fight before you're ready. And if anyone gets caught out of position,
actually, you're right. You're so right. The Kled Kennen. Oh gosh, it's so broken. Actually, now that I think about it,
you have a mummy waddling up to you at Mach 5. Followed by a rat that shoots lightning, and you are stunned and cannot move. Outside, gonna get into the game. They're just got a 5-man topside. We're gonna see how this goes. They're probably planning to put a ward in Karthus' jungle, or maybe catch Karthus on a rotation.
I think they might be. They've got such a good level 1 in Kled. Maybe we'll see what happens. Ward goes down.
Yeah, the bandage is gonna come through. The flash is burnt. The W is gonna land. Flash from the Rengar, and the movement lands the second bandage. I think it's a burn flash for that. As Karthus dies immediately. Not a great start for Ever Since.
Yeah,
who got the first blood there? Was it Rengar? Yeah, Rengar got the first blood.
That was such a nice level 1. Honestly, I think BSU got exactly what they wanted. They got them near bushes for a level 1 Rengar to start pouncing. Karthus flashes away and still gets killed because he's right next to a bush. That was
and now it's a flashless
Karthus. Yeah, that's tough. That's not exactly how you want to start a game with Karthus. But you know what? Karthus scales. You know, it's the classic IGL play of, you know what, guys? Even if we're down 0-20, we scale. And even if you don't scale, you still say you scale for the mental bonus.
Yeah, we have to see how this Rengar now has a longsword, which means that Rengar's clear is exponentially faster than Karthus's. Karthus is going to get a leash on his blue buff, but it's we're going to see how fast it's. We're going to keep an eye on the timer to see when Rengar gets to his bot side versus when Karthus gets to his. As Rengar's already on his second camp and probably finished with it, as he's just going to path all the way through.
There's the slash P.
Yeah,
another Vin's DC. I feel, well, I think he DC'd in our game we had against him as well, so looks like he's back. Just a short one, but we'll see.
Yeah, a bit of internet problems sort of plaguing the jungler of Ever Since. As yeah, we have a client-side bug because of the rapid pause and unpause, but we are back. Or we will be back momentarily.
We're fine. We're chilling. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, seems like we're fine. No one has exploded. No one has spontaneously died. As we're just sort of waiting to see when this Rengar gets bot side. See what I mean about how much faster Rengar is going to gank the actual Bramble strike's going to come through. He's in a lot of danger. Yeah, the exhaust comes through. Riftmark's level 1 still, and Varus is going to walk him down. Duke of Jamming.
Come on, Duke of Jamming.
He doesn't have a Q prepped. Very, very unfortunate. But Kai's going to TP back in. As if nothing happened. We're going to sort of ignore the fact that she died in lane because she managed to TP with a longsword. As she gets mulligans there, as in the top lane, the matchup is very, very Kled focused. This Renekton is actually having a really rough time. As yeah, the jungler is actually having is being plagued by connection problems at the moment. Rengar's bot side. Flash is burned. Yep, Luke Corona's gonna get the return kill. That's actually coming in clutch. The second band is gonna come through, but
okay.
Yeah. Rack got a kill top lane while all of this is happening. Very, very action-packed game. It's only 3 minutes in. It's 4 kills.
This is exactly how I wanted this game to pan out, realistically. I am so happy that BSU picked this comp that they're fighting with. The fact that they're not just playing quote-unquote meta and sitting and twiddling their thumbs until 25 minutes and then team fighting. I'm so happy that there's action early.
I think that's also the way that BSU has to play this game. Because if BSU doesn't fight, it doesn't stop this like very, very threatening scaling comp. Oh, Rack gets interrupted. He gets interrupted and pulled back in the turret. He's down on 1v1 with Hawk's Ball. He gets ignited down. Cled's gonna dash through. He's got a flash. Cled doesn't need the flash because he has dashes and he's 1 HP. He's basically 1 auto. He's gonna get pulled back in. He's gonna get yanked. He's gonna get killed. The Q's gonna come through and Cled walks away victorious.
Oh, it's a disaster. The BM recall under tower to get immediately punished and killed. That is tough. Kill him vanilla.
Burns flash as well. How many flashes have been burnt? I think every single flash on the Rift has been burnt. Except
it's
for
fine. Kaiser's got her flash. We're chilling.
Kaiser has, yeah, she has flash. She has no TP though. But yeah, I wonder where her TP went. I didn't see anything happen in lane, so.
No, yeah. That was our visual bug. Don't worry.
Yeah, a visual bug. Very, very interesting. This game is only about 800 gold between the teams. And it's only 4 minutes. 5 people have died. Top lane killed, or Rack killed Hawksbull top, and then Hawksbull came back, killed Rack.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. Duke got a kill in bot lane. Kaiser then TPs, comes back bot. Renekton then ganks bot, and it looks like he's sitting in the bush for a lane gank.
Not fighting.
Rack's gonna start fighting top side. Kled has 2 health bars effectively. We're gonna see how this is gonna turn out. Rack actually is 50 HP. Kled is almost 100% HP as well, because of his passive and Scarl health bars sort of counting as double.
Yeah. It's a real pain in the bum. I hate playing against Kled top. Another disconnect on the side of Sins. Looks like they're having a tough time. Fighting their demons right now, but he's back.
Oh, they have vision on the Renekton. I think they're gonna try and brace him. The Bamble Strike's gonna come through, but he's not gonna survive for much longer.
Duke of jamming? Oh, nearly.
Flash Q, do it. Oh, he gets the kill. He doesn't get the flash. Yep, gets the kill. As Rack is having to run for his life topside.
Oh, it's fighting everywhere.
It's fighting absolutely everywhere on the Rift. We're fighting with the internet. We are fighting in the top lane. We are fighting in the jungle, which is also bot lane.
It's 6 minutes in. It's 3-5. 6 minutes in, and it's not even like one team invaded and killed like 5 people off the rip. It's just that people are constantly skirmishing. No one has CS well at all, considering.
Yeah, mid lane is the only lane that's just been CS. Everywhere around them, it's literally that picture of the dog in the flaming house.
Yes.
Where mid lane is just like, this is fine. This is fine. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
They don't really need to, because neither champion is really that strong without their ultis and without some items. This Mark looks for a bandage toss.
Kaiser passive procs. He's going to get the second bandage. The cleanse comes through, but doesn't matter. As he's going to walk it down, Flash comes through. This person gets a kill. The WQ from Duke of Jamming was so strong, it caused Fred to disconnect again.
Honestly, Duke of Jamming is trying his darndest to make up for the. Oh, it's Rack.
Solo Bolo topside. He gets the shutdown training at the top there. But Fancy's actually just going to kill him solo. He doesn't have a push, but he doesn't need it. But he doesn't have rage. What level are these top laners? There's been so much fighting. I don't think anyone has been getting any XP as they're going to try and chance the dive. Repley's going to get the kill. But Duke of Jamming is actually put the world on his shoulders right now. He's gonna kill one, and Moon's gonna get the shutdown, which is best case scenario.
It's so hard to keep up with that. It's so hard to do any analysis because everyone's just turbo fighting all the time.
Yeah, we have a Rengar that's like a quarter health trying to fight for his red buff right now. We have a bot lane that has a combined 8 kills bot lane, essentially. And it's 7 minutes in. 7 minutes in.
If it continues at this rate, it's like a solo queue game. It'll be 50 kills each side.
Yeah, BSU has 1 kill a minute basically. I
feel like a lot. Well, I mean, BSU are up only 1k gold. I think as soon as the objectives start to get fought over, that's probably where the game will turn. Because if you keep trading kills like this, no one's going to get that ahead, realistically.
Yeah, the gold still are going to bounce around. But speaking of ahead, BSU is 1,000 gold.
Still. Ref Mark is still looking for this fight. I don't know if he's winning it. Yeah, Duke of Jamming doesn't quite get a kill.
Yeah. He has the Q. The sapling's gonna chase afterwards. Is he gonna land it? I think
It's
he
not gonna
exploded
kill.
just before.
Yeah, that's tough.
A summoner has reconnected.
Very, very tense times. This top lane is fighting again. This is what you want from the Renekton and the Clear. Their win con is just fighting. Renekton's trying to go. He's gonna ult, but Omnis is gonna come through. The Ignite's gonna land. He's gonna
Foxwell's fighting
burn
in
his
minions.
Flash.
He's taking
But
so
he
much
has
damage from the
yeah.
minions.
He has Skull coming up almost immediately.
There
Yeah,
it
Skull's
is.
gonna be up here. Get back! Yeah, the stun and the Viscerate's gonna come through. And I think Maokai's dead. Maokai's dead.
Yep, more fighting in bottom river.
Kaiser's gonna
Kaiwana
super charge.
misses
He's
the
gonna land on
W.
top.
Or
Duke of Jamming is just gonna auto him to death. Ooh, he just needs to pull away slightly, but the global gank comes through. The global gank from Friend comes through and kills the Kaiser bot lane as Renekton gets a kill top lane. As Rengar gets a kill bot lane as well.
I don't care what anyone says. This is the best game of UNL so far. It is so
is
fun
so
to watch. It's
exciting.
not even 10 minutes. There's been 18 kills.
Literally double the kills in that minutes.
Weebly, you don't want to be there.
It's gonna face check a Renekton or Rengar and a Amumu. So many R's this game.
Weebly is still wanting this. Exhausts the ring. Goes down. Amumu still looking.
Yeah, Riftmark is trying to go first. He gets blast in the wrong direction. As the shutdown gets put on top of Dugo jamming, he basically has a pot of gold. As this Varus is going to get very, very terrifying very, very quickly, as if he wasn't scary enough already. And he has the cleanse. It's going to make it really, really hard to just lock him down and kill him. So we're going to have to see how they
All of
play.
our analysis pre-game has gone out the window. We presumed it would be, you know, scale up, maybe PSU gank a little bit, but this has just been fighting for 10 minutes straight. I reckon if they keep protecting this Varus, I mean, he's scary. He's doing some damage. Riftmark's not even level 6 yet. He should maybe get level 6 on this wave. I don't know quite yet, but...
But if you're playing a Mumu in this matchup, do you even want to be 6? Like, do you care about that? Because if you go in and you mess that up, and you ult on top of Varus, and he cleanses your ult and your stun, and your ignite at the same time, then you might as well not have ulted in the first place. And he's probably going to kill you.
As Scott is doing the walk of shame back towards his base, reconnects back in the game. This is tough.
Yeah. Very, very tough.
Imagine if Karthus was in full control of his computer. Imagine how different this game could be.
Keep in mind, he's been on and off for the entire game basically, and he has a kill. And
Exactly.
He's actually up 2 charges on his jungle item.
It's BSU playing the vision really well, trying to look for a gank in mid lane. We'll see. I don't think they'll commit to this. No, they don't. They back off.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. A very, very tense game. It's going to quieten down for the first time in... Well, as I say that, okay, nothing happens. The brown roll came in, but nothing is going to happen here. Renekton is topside. Rengar's topside. Potentially
I mean,
Renekton.
He's got his Fled the Ring King. That's such a strong item on Renekton. I don't know if Hawkspell will go for the trades until he gets his item. We'll definitely see.
Yeah, he has Brave the Rune King and Ignite and ult.
That's tough. That's tough.
The only thing that's saving Hawkspell right now is the fact that he has that Skull health bar and his normal health bar that Rack would have to melt through. But if those weren't a factor,
The walk of shame, back he goes. Oh, he comes back. To be honest, I'd rather him DC like this than DC straight for like 10 minutes and just kill the momentum, you know?
yeah, it also the way it is, he might just be DCing momentarily, and he actually just has most of control of his character. It's just that the game is registering him as fully disconnecting.
Yeah, true. Very true. Okay.
Yeah, as the blade of King, that Skull health bar doesn't actually matter. I think he did an auto Q and something, and Hawkspell, half of Hawkspell health is just gone.
Yeah, I think that was also WQ, and it just absolutely scalded Scarly. He's never seen anything like it. Out to the slaughterhouse. I don't know what kind of meat would come with Scarly, but it seems pretty tasty for a crocodillo.
Yeah, I don't think the crocodile cares as long as it's meat. She's gonna get 4 plates. 4 plates have gone down topside. It is a 9 and 10 game, and only 13 minutes.
I mean, ever since they're up in gold. I mean, it's the complete opposite of what we'd expected. We thought BSU would have this early game on lock, but the fact that Juka jamming is slamming the bot lane and Rack has gotten all these points up top is much different to how we could have predicted, and I'm here for it completely.
Yeah, as the Muumu's bot side, lane assignments are going to sort of be fixed. Keeping in mind, Karthus is such a strong farmer. Look at how they're even on CS. Even though Karthus has been on and off basically the entire game, he is about 1,000 gold down. But he has Futures Market, he has First Strike. The solo kill's going to come in topside. The ult gets popped as the clit's going to land it.
Okay.
And the shutdown comes through, the ult gets popped, and the ignite comes in clutch for Hawksbull. As the shutdown trading continues in topside, but Renekton is still 1,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, I mean, even though that was the shutdown, still not quite even gold with Renekton. His friend has finally arrived into a lane. We'll see how he does.
I think he gets the kill. Oh, he doesn't get the kill, but he has ulti. It doesn't matter.
Fine. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
That's a worth every day of the week. Okay, Ridley takes the ulti. Okay.
The Christmas at Mother Time's going to come through. The TP is going to get popped as well. As the Supercharge is going to be traded for the Nature's Calling. Yep. The Slicing Maelstrom's going to come through, and the Varus is just going to die immediately. I think his shield bow got popped from the entire exchange, and he didn't have time to cleanse. Too much damage, and it was very staggered at the CC, so he couldn't cleanse the one without the second one following up immediately. As the Niffa Brainiac and Fancy are just going to get this drive for free. However, there is a Karthus over the wall who has disconnected the Seraphine rather. Karthus is too far to charge the smite. Killer Vanilla is going to get the smite with a Q.
This is the best game of UNL. It's so hectic. I love. It's not even as if both teams are playing badly or like overtly in their face. It's just everyone is skirmishing and no one is pushing the brakes at any time. Even though Friend has DC'd 35 times in 15 minutes, there's no breaks to be seen on ever since.
Genuinely, keeping in mind, this is a Moonstone Seraphine.
Which I love. I'm a big voucher of Moonstone right now. I think Moonstone is so strong. I'm a Moonstone simp, so I'm so happy we're seeing a Moonstone mid laner. People hate the enchanters mid because they're like, no, I want LeBlanc. No, give me someone that is 0-0-0 in a game with 23 kills at 15 minutes. Keep that score line. Exactly. Keep that score line.
Keeping in mind, she has Moonstone and she smites a dragon. You don't need to play assassins. Just play Chances mid. Yeah, just play Chances mid.
That's incredibly base.
Yeah, as the Varus is 4 charges away from finishing that cull, a huge gold injection into his pocket. As this game has been within 1 in 2,000, as they look like as bot lane for BSU looks like they're setting up a dive.
I don't know.
And Mumu is proxying the wave, but Renekton is or Rengar. I'm gonna get these confused the entire game. As Rengar tried to invade, I think he got the big chicken, so he effectively gets the camp. As the dive sort of gets dissuaded, as Seraphine and Karthus were seen bot side. Yeah, that W from Kaiser.
Damage.
That AP.
Yeah, look, he's got a blasting one. Yeah, he is going for the hybrid. So when I played with him, it did so much damage. Like, do you remember old AP Kaiser where you could just spam the W's and you'd hit each one for 800 damage? It's kind of it's very similar to that. And I think with as Rack is looking for the fight up top.
I think he's gonna get it though. He has to put out the Warrior King and the Ignite. It's no contest. Don't 1v1 that Crocodile at this point in the game. I don't know what level Hawksbull is. I think Hawksbull is about a level down. I think he's either level 12 or level 11. Due to all the fighting and all the free XP. Yeah, Rack is level 13 at the moment.
Okay, Nympho looking for the
Slicing Maelstrom's going to come through. Yeah, he's going to flash away from that. He avoids the cat that was in the topside river. Renekton has Herald. He's just going to take this tier 2 turret, and Herald's probably going to get a second smack.
I don't know if you want to stay there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to stay there. I mean, yeah, you might get the Herald in, but that is not a kill that you want to give over to the Rengar. I'm forgetting the names now. Rengar and Renekton.
He's going to go for it, and he doesn't have ulti though. But he's going to kill the cat, and also he's going to keep going. He has the Brave Rune King, but he's not going to do enough. The health bars are just too big, but he gets 1, and he gets 2 smacks off of this Herald. Rack is
He's playing
looking
so good.
around at how chaotic this game is, and he says, "Yeah, okay, I'll scrap a bit more."
This is a
Yeah,
man that knows no mercy.
And he has the safety blanket of Seraphine with Moonstone Renewer at his back. He has the
And if he
Karthus
doesn't,
blanket
yeah,
as
if he
well.
doesn't get the kill, Karthus just hits the ulti. Duke of Jamming hits the ultimate Rift Mark. Oh,
The cleanse is going to come through, the Bramble Strike's going to come through, but Luke Corona is just going to delete.
oh my
Duke of
gosh, there's the
Jamming.
damage.
Yeah, holy, this game is. We've all played a game like this in solo queue. A game
This
that
feels
is
like a
quite
solo queue game. It feels like no team is playing with
A
comms.
summoner has reconnected.
Like all of them are just deaf muted in voice, and they're just going for it. I love it.
Everyone's just sort of pressing W and just walking down their lane and saying, "If I see someone, I'm fighting."
Friend DC's almost under mid lane tower, but it's fine. He gets out with help of Seraphine. We're chilling.
The power of that Moonstone Seraphine. This is such an exciting game. Not for the players. It's exciting for us as spectators.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't imagine it's that exciting for any of the players because of how tense it must feel to be up 1,000 gold, down 1,000 gold, up 2k, down 1.5.
It's dead even. It's dead even right now at 19 minutes. After Matt's 28 kills, it's dead even in gold. That is so interesting, actually. A lot of the games have been... They kind of get burst open at a certain point. but this has been open the entire time.
Seraphine's gonna land the encore, but there's no
Nickel.
damage behind it. Anybody around her, and she probably kills 3 or 4 people.
They're still looking for this.
Yep. Slicing Motion's gonna come through. The Rengar's gonna try to jump out the bush. Hawksbill is very, very low as the W
Karthus
cube from the
wants it.
Bass
Look.
comes through and almost one-shots.
Karthus just spams, doesn't he?
Yeah, Karthus just needs to spam off. He does it. He flashes over the wall. He presses E. He dies. He's gonna Zonya's actually. He doesn't die. He's
He's got the ulti.
alive for slightly longer. The
He
ulti's
doesn't have
gonna
the
come
ulti.
through.
He doesn't have ulti.
He doesn't have ulti. I think he got interrupted. I think he was gonna ulti before
Yeah.
when he was in the group and also got interrupted, but
Rack.
it doesn't matter. It's Rack
Okay,
gonna clean
Rack.
up 2. Rack is actually good for 3 here. He's gonna try and Q through. He's gonna kill that move with the
Prowler's
Prowler's Claw.
Claw.
The quadra kill. I think he's going for the Penta. He might go for the Penta,
Oh
but no.
my god. Maxi
Rengar
says
is
no.
gonna say no, yeah. The Maokai's gonna be fighting with the Rengar
thank you.
here. The
Do it
bush is
soon.
gonna come through. Let's see if he does enough
Duke of
damage
Jamming.
as Duke of Jamming is gonna get it. I think he kills with red. I think he killed with red pit. I think he killed with red pit or he killed with red buff. Because Duke of Jamming now has red buff and blue buff. He has double buffs on top of him as the shutdown trading continues.
It's 17-20.
It's 17 and 20. Yeah. 1 kill a minute for the side of BSU, and just under that for the side of Eversense. As we were talking about brawling comps, and how UNL has sort of devolved into a lot more 5v5 fighting. I was wrong. I take that back. UNL has devolved into the most skirmish-heavy game you will see. As Eversense and BSU making statements over here. Sort
I
of
love
1v1ing saying my laner is better than your laner, I'm gonna prove it. And their top lane is saying that in spades is almost 5,000 gold ahead.
Oh my gosh, those Kaiser W's are smacking. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, almost. I think Kaiser passive does missing health damage every single time it procs. And that W, when you go the AP route, adds 3 stacks, and she only needs I think 5 stacks, and then she consumes the 5th one. So she lands the first W for 3 stacks, and then lands the second one, which is 5 plus 1, so she consumes it immediately.
The pinging, but it's not coming through. Riftmark still goes
Yeah,
for it
Riftmark's
anyway.
gonna-
What a Chad.
Yeah, Riftbox gonna try and send it. He's going to have the second bandage. The Crystal Sand Mummy Sun's gonna come through. The Encore's gonna land as well. The TP's gonna go. The Fate's Call. The Ram's Call's gonna go through. He's gonna buff it. Big Slicing Mania. The Slicing Maelstrom from the Killen's gonna come through. The Rengar ult's gonna try.
Maxie's in the back. What is going on?
Duke of Jamming's gonna die. Karthus is dead in the middle of the pit. Colette is actually really tanky all of a sudden. As I think a Conqueror went off or something. There was a lot of stuff that happened right now. But
This
Colette
whole
goes
time,
off
look, Rack has
without
been
it.
taking turrets in the bot lane. He's still going. I think if blue team can delay the recall here, he might even get a third. Oh, not in time. Very close.
But the
Hey,
problem
Rack
is
still-
now you have a Kled 1v1 against a Rengar who has proven countless times that he will one-shot you. As Rack is just gonna walk around, I think he knows that Kaiser's around because they probably heard the W go off.
Yeah, look at the red pings. They know where he is. They know exactly where he is.
He
Don't
still has
think they'll-
Prowler's Claw, he has Cyrilda's, he has Bork, but Kaiser knows that it's coming. She's going to walk away from that. Luke Corona is...
Oh my gosh, he's gone in
he's
anyway.
gonna get the kill anyway. That Prowler's Claw is actually really, really strong. It feels very pointless to try and cause these games because there's so, well, this game in particular, because there's so much context that you need for what's going to happen. Like, for example, Artisalt's gonna come through, the Encore's gonna land as well, and the 5-man Carthassault as well. I think he's still alive as well. Yeah, he still has Promise.
Yeah,
He
he
still
is.
has Promise. Right, this is the Baron angle. Potentially for the
they're
side
pinging it, they're
of
pinging it.
Everson's. Yeah, they take it. They only lost the Renekton, but I would rather take the giant purple worm over the single crocodile, because the single crocodile will do whatever he needs to. As 3 people die there for 1 soul, and it just gets worse. It gets worse for BSU.
Yeah, look, they're contesting it. That's a TP from the Kaiser.
Yeah, TP from the Kaiser, but doesn't matter. I think the cannon just dies immediately. He doesn't even get to stun a single person with his ult. That Kaiser W. He's gonna supercharge. He's gonna go in. He's good for 1. He salvages that and takes away 1 Baron buff potentially. If these guys just, one person has to tank these. They're in choke points. So one person has to tank these W's every single time because there's nowhere to go.
I'm obsessed. It is 24-24. The team that we were underestimating, it didn't talk for the first 10 minutes of pre-game, are up 5k gold on last year's champions.
And through, I don't even know, it's not even individual success. Obviously, Rack is doing really, really well on this Renekton to just sort of snowball against this cannon. He's taken 4 turrets on his own, I think. He's taken both the tier 1 and tier 2 in top and bot lane. But then at the same time, you have Duke of Jamming, who's just absolutely stomping on lane bot lane. Kaiser is up on kills, but I don't think that's an accurate representation of how well Duke has been playing.
You need to give Duke of Jamming his flowers after this game. I think he played it really well. Just as the caster first comes in, Red Mark misses flash Q.
Oh my gosh. 3-man ulti, the 4-man Maelstrom.
Weebly coming in behind.
Karthus is, we're going to see what happens. I think Karthus is good for 1. Karthus still has Zhonya, so he's going to sit in. Which position to sit in sort of this Karthus Killer Vanilla? As Killer Vanilla is 1 HP. She has the Moonstone. The Karthus ult's going to come through. Does Luke die? Luke doesn't die. The Leandries in the first strike are not strong enough, but he's still burning. He's ticking, but he's not going to be enough at the moment, as it's a 4 for 3, and only Hawksbull and Luke Corona and Killer Vanilla live to tell the tale of what just happened. I think they had Baron buff. I think they just lost their entire Baron buff over 1 fight. That's how scrappy this game has been. It's not that they did anything wrong. It's that they've committed, or BSU committed, Kled ult, Amumu ult, and Rengar ult.
Yeah, it was exactly. Everyone hit their ultimates at almost exactly the same time, and BSU came out on top because I think Weebly was a little bit too late. He ulted from kind of the Baron Pit River kind of area, and I think it was just too late to help his team. So unfortunately, that looks like uncontested Drake here. Even Stevens almost again. I feel like this 2k gold lead is not so great anymore. I think this Kaiser is such an absolute monster right now that you can't cat them out even if they are under in people. Look at that man! A third of the health bar. His friend is looking for something. Not quite gonna get it. Oh my god!
A third of the health bar again. Someone needs to invest in magic resist at some point or another because it looks very impressive on the base. Weebly is almost dead. The supercharge comes through and she's just gonna jump in and kill him. Let's see if the Rengar can actually get a kill mid lane. Doesn't matter. Kaiser doesn't have the ult anymore, but she doesn't need the ult. She's gonna throw another W. Kaiser's bullying everyone on the rift. She doesn't get it. I think it ran short.
Yeah, look. They're trying to swap it. Look, Kennan's TPing at last. They maybe could have let him, but that's fine. Kicks him off. Looks like they're all going to collapse on him. Let's see.
We're going to see what happens.
Everson's just leaving him to his own devices, it looks like. Pushing mid. Rack has now realized he's got 5 people coming for him.
But he does a lot of damage. I think he kills. He's good for 1. He still has the Indominus going. The Karthus ult's going to come through. He's going to kill the Rengar. And Kaiser and Amumu are left with the daunting task of trying to kill this Renekton.
Oh my word.
He gets another one.
As well. Bro, Rack is absolutely smurfing. Holy moly. Ban this guy's Renekton. He's unreal.
Yeah. Ban this guy's Renekton, ban Duke's Varus, ban whoever provides friends internet. Like,
Yeah, I know that we are. Imagine if Vince was not DCing every 15 seconds in the first 15 minutes of this game. Imagine what could have happened, but we'll never know because this is the best game of UNL I think I've ever watched. This is so much fun.
It's so exciting. There's so many things going on. I was gonna say before the Kaiser died in that 1v, I think it was a 4v3 actually. Claire was topside, Amuna was topside, Rengar. It was a 5v3. It was a 5v3, and Rack walks away with 3 of those kills.
Still even Stevens on kills. It's 30-30 at 30 in almost 30 minutes. This is we said at the start it's going to be 50-50 by the end of this game. It's got to be.
And yeah, that prophecy seems like it's going to be coming through. As they're going to be clearing vision topside. There's nothing to fight for. As I was going to say, the Kaiser being so strong is a problem. But there's also, she's the only person that's this strong on BSU's side, which means that she has this huge bullseye over her head. If Lucaron is out of position for one moment, if there's a slip of concentration somewhere, and Kaiser dies immediately, I don't think there's a way in which BSU wins these team fights. There's not enough damage on their team, as that Infinity Edge is coming through on Varus as well. It's really, really hard for them to actually win the 5v5 when you have a Karthus who's doing damage when dead. As Riftlock is going to try and chance that, the W is going to come through. He's going to get the second one. The Super Black is going to kill the first one. The Uncle is going to land onto one. Karthus is going to hold.
Big damage.
Now he's going to go all. Kennan's going to go golden. Riftmark survives on 1 HP as Kled is just going to try and kill the Seraphine on the turret.
Okay, kill a Vanilla.
It doesn't matter, but potentially he's going to
kill a Vanilla.
Through it.
Okay, kill a Vanilla.
Killer Vanilla gets it and they get the top bot side turret as Renekton has just been playing down this bot lane entirely, sort of punishing that engage. If they don't kill you fast enough, Renekton's just going to take your turret and take all of your stuff. Now Inhib is down. Super minions are bot lane. How does BSU win this?
This is unbelievable. I think if they can keep finding engages like that, they need to punish the fact that, I mean, Rank 96 has been split pushing pretty much the entire time, and then the enemy team collapses on him and he wins anyway somehow. So I think if they can punish the fact that his team is going to be 4v5 in most fights, they can definitely get it. Looks like Banksy's looking for something. He's probably expecting, he's expecting a Maokai to walk into the jungle.
But it's a tank Maokai as well, so we're going to see how this goes. He has the dead man's place.
Jamming's looking.
He has the flash chains of corruption.
That's a Baron angle. That's a Baron angle.
Luke is out of position for one moment and 4 people collapse on top of her, or collapse on top of him rather. Kennen is bot side. I don't think Kennen has TP. Kennen does have TP.
Oh, Friend's gone. Friend's gone as well. Yeah, Tiny will come back soon. Down. Look, see, they're hesitating. They don't want to take the Baron. They don't have a jungler. You need to get out of here. Come on. Oh, good flash by Fancy over the wall.
Fancy's playing games, buying time, a lot of time for his team as they lose control over this.
Yeah, I don't think they can fight for it. They've got Dragon coming up in a second. Whoever gets this Dragon is in a really good spot. There's the pause, finally comes through after he walks all the way back to base.
As Karthus reconnects finally. No Baron is taken. Really, really smart call from Eversense to not try and flip it because they don't have smite.
Yeah. Big time. I think even though their pit fight is great because they've got a Karthus and a disgustingly strong alligator, it's not worth flipping that. I think the fact that they got the pick onto Luke Caruana was huge. That they did get the opportunity to try and look for it, but I still don't trust it without the jungler there. Looks like Vince is finally reconnected.
Yeah, we're gonna see how this develops. I want to draw your attention to the fact that Rack is 4 levels above Key's ADC. 3 levels above Luke, and 2 levels above their top laner. The highest level on the Rift right now, and the Hex Trick is going to come through. Some magic resist finally coming through to deal with this AP Kaiser.
You know what's mad as well is that even though Friend has DC'd 35 times, he's still 2 levels up on his other jungler.
Yep. Genuinely not a low mechanical champ by any means.
No,
as we kind of have a bug going on.
It's fine. We're just maybe it's get the pen out. We can do some analysis about teamfight positioning.
Yeah, if you just close your eyes and imagine that Karthus just used ulti. Imagine you're burning slowly in a pit.
Oh, we're back. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like they are going to try and flip this. Friend is not in the good positioning. Oh, it's fine. They're pulling the trigger immediately.
He lands the charm onto one. He actually followed through his friend, and also this is an
Now they
uncontested
can flip
barrier.
it back. Yeah, look. Yeah, Rengar's going for the dragon.
And also look at the inhib. Look at the blue or BSU's inhib or Nexus. Super Minions are just taking these turrets. This play that happened about 5 minutes ago from Rack is actually coming in very, very important. There's now 5 people alive for Eversense have this Baron buff.
Eversense has such a good shot winning this game. This is exactly what I want in UNL. Teams that we think are absolutely going to win. You were like, who do you think is going to win this game, Kagili? I said, whatever they're called, Brain Sword Unsheathed. I keep wanting to say Brainstorm at least, but that's not their name. I'm so happy, and you know what? Props to Vince for if Vince is not tilted from this DCing, he's the real Ironclad mental. It doesn't matter how many people want to talk or trash or anything about the play here. The fact that he is still playing this well, even though he's DCing every few seconds, we take those, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's also like the psychological impact where you know that your jungle is struggling, so then all your laners are like, hey, we have to put in like 110% right now.
Looks like they're gonna try and catch Fanxi. Fanxi's okay, it's fine. He doesn't commit to it. I think if Fanxi only saw one person there, he might have just dove out the bush, but smart enough not to take it.
Yeah,
lots of pings coming out.
They're gonna try and set up a 4-on-1. They send 4 people topside, and they just send Rack on his lonesome in mid, because then Rack can rotate for a flank if a fight happens topside.
Yeah,
and
look,
if they
Rack
try
is
and
looking for
collapse
this
on
mid
Rack, yeah, if they try and collapse on Rack, then the 4 people could just move down bot side.
I'm looking for it. There's a Rengar. Friend is DC'd in the middle of this is the worst timing to DC ever. Right in the middle of a team fight.
Quite possibly the start of the team fight, he probably saw the Kaiser W come in, couldn't see the screen anymore, and he's probably going to come back to him realizing he's dead. But it doesn't matter, because Karthus has passive, and Karthus can kill you while dead and disconnected. As I can see like the glimmer of a Seraphine ult coming through as well.
There it is. Oh, it's a
two-man
huge Karthus ulti. It's so big.
Massive Karthus ulti. Rack is going to kill one in the bot lane. He's going to come
HP.
and clean up the other 2. Hawkspaw is going to try and
goodness.
take those. Yep. And Rack
and my
Eversense have away bot lane.
We've got a little term for this in Valorant that's called jail Valorant, because it's so scrappy, it's so fighting all the time. This is jail League of Legends.
Yeah, this is prison break rules. As I think they can just end. They have Baron buff still. There's one Nexus turret, and the next person spawning is in 24 seconds, and it's the moon.
Oh my gosh! Ever since takedown BSU, one unbelievable game, by far the most entertaining game of UNL I think I've ever watched.
34 to I think 36 to 39 in a 34-minute game.